Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Before we get started, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. Also want to give double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutation unto the elect of Yasha Allah, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today, as well as the hopeful elect, the Akim out there enduring his truth across the four corners of the earth, teaching and prophesying through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai in truth and sincerity, as well as the men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel and their father's side by blood. And I'm going to get into a quick lesson, just, something I was pondering on earlier, and then, St. John 4 popped in my head about the true worshipers, because that's what it's ultimately going to come down to, and as this world continue to crack and crumble, and shake shit with all these earthquakes that's going on and burn, and flood, all right, and the tension constantly rising within different races and different nations, all right. It's we in them end times, man. So as these things continue to happen and increase, the true worshipers are only going to get closer to Yahweh by Shem Shai, because they're going to understand that we got to depend on Him, and only through Yahweh by Shem Shai can we make it through Jacob's trouble, or make it through these last days. All right. And shit, if it be of the Lord's will to make it on the chariot, and receive salvation. All right. So we can get that.
This is John chapter 4, verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now...
You can go up a little bit where he say, you worship you know not what.
Okay, come. This is John chapter 4, verse 22. It says, ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
Yeah, now when you read into this account, we have to understand that the Lord was talking to a heathen. This get misconstrued with the you got the woman at the well, then you got, what was the other one?
The Syrophoenician woman.
And yeah. And we got to understand once again, like that goes into the true worshipers. We haven't read it just yet, but the true worshipers are going to seek out those answers. They're going to understand it, because Yahweh Shem Shai is going to put the spirit on them to understand it. All right. And understand that the stumbling blocks, they're not gonna stumble on them, but break them down. All right. But everybody else is gonna trip over them. There was something else we was just talking about something else. How society, does it just a weird way, but I can't remember. Go ahead, brother.
God says, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
Yeah, the hours come where the true worshipers shall worship the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, in spirit and in truth. And can we get 1 Corinthians 2:15, Baba Kushai? Because that's the thing, that's the key. You got to worship through spirit and in truth. That's how you're able to understand. That's how you're able to be covered. That makes you one step closer to salvation. You worship Yahweh Shem Shai in spirit and in truth. You're at that point submitting, and you're doing it according to His will.
2:15.
I believe so. It is. Yep.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians.
Might be 14. Natural man.
Yep. This is 1 Corinthians 2, verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness.
What? Can you go back? Go back, Baba Kusha?
Yep. Shit.
No, just right there.
Okay. So back at the top of 1 Corinthians 2:14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High.
Yeah, the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High. Why? Go ahead.
For they are foolishness unto him.
Yeah, he's going to stumble at him. He's going to stumble over him. All right. Go ahead.
Neither, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned.
That's the key. They're spiritually discerned. Can we look in that word discern real quick? They're not naturally discerned. They're spiritually discerned. So you have to worship Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in spirit and in truth. Not what you want to make of it. Not how you want to worship. All right?
When you get that word discern, Strong's G350, anakrenal, which says to examine or judge, to investigate, examine, inquire into, scrutinize, sift, question, specifically in a forensic sense of a judge to hold an investigation.
Yeah, because it's like with the so-called debating or the controversy, if you will, or the disagreeing, I would say, that comes up within the midst of the Bible. This party believing this party believing that, whatever the case is, you know. It has to be, what was that word? Things got to be questioned and investigated, all right, interrogated, you know. All of that has to be within question because the truth has to come out. It's just like someone being on a stand as a witness. They're going to ask them questions and see what they witness. You know, that's why it calls us witnesses. You know, even it says the two witnesses. All right. Can we get the definition of that witness? I think one word means the other. But go ahead. You get it, Yatazak.
Okay, you want like the I got you. It says witness is a person who has first-hand knowledge of an event with personal observation.
Oh, no, I want the etymology. I mean, not etymology. I think it's a martyr. I think martyr goes into witness.
Okay, martyr says one who bears testimony to faith, especially one who willingly suffers death rather than surrender his or her religious faith. One of the Christians who in former times were put to death because they would not renounce their beliefs. And it will literally witness.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Based off of what you was experiencing, you know, what you seen, what you saw. Are you gonna tell the truth? And that's what the Spirit reveals. The Spirit reveals to us that this call all y'all by Shemal Shai. When you look up martyrs, it's a G3144. You know. You know, we the Spirit allow us to understand when we read these words. We almost like it's like we there sometimes. You know, we just not like reading it and like, yeah, let's see how much money we can make. No, we want to teach we want to be, you know, we want to be a true witness. You know, we want to be a true witness because you can't bear false witness. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do this in truth, man. All right. Teaching the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Not been here for 5 more years, 10 more years. All right. The Lord is long suffering. So if he is at the point where he's showing his prophecies, his works, and we're seeing that it's lining up with the scriptures to be in the last days and the end times, and our salvation is nearer than we believed, then yeah, we're going to be rooting for Yahweh Shema Shai even more and teaching his word until we can't anymore. Go ahead. You said you had a precept?
Yeah. It's John chapter 16, verse 13. It says, howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. Yeah,
and the Lord said what? He comes in the volume of the book. All right. So that's how things get revealed unto us. All right. From you know, the men that it started with on down to the least, you know, and through the Spirit we have great teachers and elders, you know, and apostles. All right, we got great men to look up to. Like we was just reading in First Timothy or First Peter's, and it spoke about oh no, that wasn't Peter's. That was yeah, it was. It spoke about being a good example, you know. And that's the beautiful thing I like about, Elder Apostle Tahar and them on down is they all about the scriptures. Ain't no gimmicks, ain't no concerts, ain't no special guests. Like Boys and Men or nobody like that. It's just,
Raw truth.
It's just raw, it's unfiltered, unpasteurized raw honey. That's what it is.
It's that simplicity in Yahweh Shai.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. But the true worshipers are going to understand that. We don't need to add anything to this. All right? He already got all the ingredients he want from each country that he wanted.
And the scriptures even say that, he that addeth unto the word or taketh away, because it's perfect in itself already.
Yeah.
It says those people that add onto the book or take away their names should be taken out of the book of life.
Yeah. It said his word is purified 7 times as silver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's been thoroughly cleansed. It's pure. That's what it is. You had you good? You good?
I did have another precept.
Go ahead.
In Romans chapter 11, verse 7, says, "What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded."
Go ahead.
And it just reminds me of what we were speaking of before the lesson, because you were mentioning how, to make that distinction, we're teaching the truth of the Bible, because you have those who are in the world who have the same Bible we have, but they have been blinded from the truth of it. They have been blinded from the spirit of truth hasn't come unto them. So they can read something and it means a completely different thing to them than what it means to us, because the Lord has given us eyes to see the truth of these scriptures. But those who have been blinded, well, that deception of Jesus is the truth to them. The deception of the Trinity is the truth to them, et cetera, et cetera.
And what did it say? I think that precept is based off of that precept in Isaiah.
Yeah.
Okay. But you got that, but you also got, dang, it was right there. I should have said that one first. I don't know. Lord willing, it'll come back. You go ahead, though. You call.
This is Isaiah 9, verse 2. It says, "The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light."
That's the one. That's why I was thinking of that one. But I just thought of that one. I was like, maybe not that. It's not that one. But go ahead. That's the spirit.
It says, Isaiah 9, verse 2. "The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined."
Yeah, and that great light is who? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. And it said in the land of the what?
In the land of the shadow of death.
Yeah. So us being here, right, dwelling in darkness, the name was given back to us. Our heritage was given back to us. Tribes, history, all of that was given back to us. So we saw that light. Because it says what? It says in Isaiah 5 and 20, if I'm not mistaken. You about to grab it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil."
Oh, it's not that one. It's yeah. There's no light in them. What is it? Is it 8 and?
Yeah.
Go ahead, grab it.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20.
5 and 20, 8 and 20?
Yeah. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20 says, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them."
Yeah. So this word is ultimately that light. And Yahweh Shai comes in the volume of the book. All right. So if you don't speak according to this book, what's written here, like Elder Apostle Elder Gabar was going into, he was doing a response video on Elder Manatazakba. Some guy came up and he was just pretty much demanding orders for lack of better words. And it's like, yo, we ain't got to listen to you. Like, you ain't even got the true name. Like, why we got to listen to you? And that people think that they can just pop up and just serve the Lord how they want to. But there's order to this, There's order to this. Can we look up? Well, I'll look it up. I'm right here. I'm going to look up that true worshipers. I think earlier it was just like worshipers. So I'm going to look up true. It says that which has not only the name and resemblance, but the real nature corresponding to the name, in every respect corresponding to the idea signified by the name, real, true, genuine, opposite to what is fictitious, counterfeit, imaginary, simulated, or pretended. This is where truth is going into. It says, in contrast, it contrasts realities with their semblances. It's like, yeah, because when this name came about, bro, when this truth came about, Esau went up there to the stars and he started coming down right when the truth popped up in the place where it was said unto them. Ye are not my people, there shall it be said, ye are the sons of the living power. That land of darkness, seeing that great light, seeing this truth, man. So you got to worship in spirit and in truth, because the natural man don't receive those things. I don't even think we finished that precept. Let me finish the definition and we'll finish that. It says opposite to what is imperfect, defective, frail, or uncertain. So, yeah, ain't no lie in the truth, man. And then I'm going to get worshipers, and then we can get that. Yep, it just says worshiper, paraclete, pros kunates. Oh, yeah, this was a definition. So when you go to worship, it goes back to this word, pros kuneo. And it says to kiss the hand towards one in token of reverence. Among the Orientals, especially the Persians, to fall upon the knees and touch the ground with the forehead as an expression of profound reverence. In the New Testament, by kneeling or prostration to do homage to one or make obeisance, whether in order to express respect or to make supplication. Use of homage shown to men and beings of superior rank, to the high priest, to the Most High, to Yahushua, to heavenly beings, to say even demons, But, I mean, that just goes into worship. That's what you're giving that reverence and respect to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you can't drink from the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. All right? So it's pretty much who you expressing to, whoever you're giving your time over to, that's what or who you're worshiping. All right. But like I said, the true worshipers, though, those are ones that's worshiping in truth. What did it say again for that? It says, yet that which has not only the name and resemblance, but the real nature corresponding to the name, in every respect corresponding to the idea signified by the name, real, true, genuine, And it said it contrasts reality. Reality, to me, is when this word started spreading like wildfire, this place started falling faster and faster. And time did start speeding up. Based off of what this word said. That's the reality. And that's the thing. People are blinded to reality. It's just simple as that, They don't want to accept what is going on. Now they're being forced to accept it. Yeah. Like Elder D-Mash did the lesson over martial law. They're passing laws in Indiana especially to merge, to basically make the National Guard the police and give them immunity, or give the police immunity and make the National Guard give them immunity by making them police pretty much. So through the years, we've been speaking through the Spirit once again about martial law, and it's happening, man. Joint militaries with the Israelis is happening. All right. Truth is being revealed, man.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not.
There you go. That's who they giving obeisance to. That's who they giving reverence to. That's who they giving their time, attention, and praise to. The God of this world. All right. Serving the creature more than the creator. Go ahead.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
Yeah, and they can't see it. They cannot see it. You know, we see the light shining bright. We can see the light shining from anywhere. You know, the light's right there by them and they can't see it. They shades too dark.
They're showing you believe in anything else other than this truth. That means that Satan is in the midst of that.
That's and this truth is reflecting reality.
That's right. Yeah, I got a preset.
Or reality is reflecting this truth.
Matthew 5 verse 14 says, "You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house." Let your, because what is that light? We understand that light is the truth of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? So that's why it says it says neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel. So the things that we've been given to understand, we proclaim it, we put it out there. I believe the Apostle Paul said it. I believe, therefore I speak. So the prophecies, like Brother mentioned, a few of the prophecies that are going on right now, the earthquakes in diverse places. Even people scoffing at the prophecies. Just all these different measurements of prophecy the Lord has given. We proclaim it, and like the brothers made a beautiful point, it cannot be hid. And it says, "And it giveth light unto all that are in the house." So everybody's seeing it. But this is the point of it. It says, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Because this is the Most High's truth. We're just the vessels that are used to proclaim it and put it out there. Like the brother said, raw truth. And it is what it is. And it's that not now, like the brother said, you have no choice but to really acknowledge Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai who's doing these things. But that's all I want to bring out to that, brother.
Let's finish that up. Elder Zach.
Kind of. First Peter. Oh no, not First Peter. I'm tripping.
You can read 23 again. 23 and 24.
John chapter 4, verse 23 says, "But the hour cometh and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth."
Yep. And when you go into that, it's a few definitions to it. One that really applies to this sense, it says a spirit, i.e. a simple essence, devoid of all, or at least all grosser matter. And when you look up devoid, it says entirely lacking or free from. So free from all, or at least grosser matter. What do they mean by grosser matter? It says gross matter typically refers to tangible, perceptible physical objects such as solids, liquids, and gases that can be touched, seen, or measured, so tangible things. It says, and possess of a power of knowing, desiring, deciding, and acting. Because, it's not saying like the Lord is, the Heavenly Father is just a bubble just floating. Like, no, he deals in spirit. You know, he doesn't deal with things of the flesh, even though he created flesh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
That's why I said not to make any graven image unto him.
yeah.
You know?
So yeah, and can you what did it say? Yeah, the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. So you have to come as He is. Hey, well, that's His name. You know, you can't. And He mean what He say when He say, "Bring me this type of sacrifice." You don't bring Him what you want. You worship Him in spirit and in truth. You know what I'm saying? Based off of how He operates. I wonder if that spirit is the same as that word. Oh, yeah, it's the same one. So, yeah, because they got some crazy shit in this definition. I don't know if it's trying to say it's the Trinity or not, but there's no such thing as a Trinity. Yeah, it is trying to say that. But yeah, nonetheless, through the Spirit, Lord willing, you was edified, and Lord willing, you allowed to endure unto the end. Lord willing, we remain as true worshipers, you know. Shoot, it's plenty and many things going on, and hey, we at the end, pretty much, you know. We at the end, and if we understand that only Yahweh Shem Yahushai can get us through this, then we doing all right. But yeah, I mean, that's the only way out of this, though. It's through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You can't make your own way. Oh, well, I'm going to go over to this country or that country if this is going to happen to Babylon or America, you know. Nah, it don't work like that. So, but yeah, once again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakradash. Also want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone once again, and blessing and salutation to the elect of Yasha Allah. Shalom.
Shalom.